Wow. Here it is. February 3rd, 2011. The 21st century. And apparently, our leaders are still living in a delusional world. Both parties, Democrat, Republican, it doesn't even matter. Now, I mean, they're all a bunch of delusional fools. It's crazy. This morning they had one of their famous little prayer things or whatever, the prayer day, whatever they call it. This time they invite the astronaut whose wife was just shot in the head, who's an atheist, I hope, I think. Could almost tell. Well, one would hope that he'd be a free-thinking person. And he didn't mention anything about a God or any of that, or blessing anybody or any of that crap. For one thing, he understands that if you say some, nasty crap like, oh, my wife must have been blessed that day, the people that got killed weren't blessed. And why is that? And her, why was she blessed? Anyway, why do people say that crap? It's really degrading. It's absolutely unconstitutional. It's delusional to think that you have a superhero, sky daddy, whatever you want to call it, in this heaven thing behind these so-called pearly gates, actually concentrating and focusing on making little rules in every little religion in the world to make sure you all follow him. Just get up, get out of bed, drag a comb across your head, go downstairs, drink a cup, look up, and go to work. You might be late, you might not, but it has nothing to do with deities. You don't need to go to church first. You don't even need to say a prayer. It's just silly. How long have people prayed for amputees to get their freaking legs back? I know when I lost mine, there was some church that told me, well, we'll be praying for you, so you don't lose your legs. And they prayed and prayed and prayed. I mean, they've been praying for decades now, I don't know, to no avail. Well, look here. This is what prayer gets. This is prayer right here. These are residuals. They're legs. This is not pornography. It has nothing to do with that. And only. I just wanted to point out the fact that your little prayer meetings are a waste of the country's time and money. I know you have to pay something for them. It's bad enough y'all have a preacher say prayer in front of the Congress every morning. That's bad enough. And then you got to think about them putting in God we trust on every freaking thing in the world that you own, that we own as people. I don't want to have to trust a freaking myth. E pluribus unum. Out of the many comes one. I want to be proud of us as a people, our country as a people. Not because we're some kind of a, you seem to think a Christian country. That is the most just idiotic thing you can even mention, come up with, whatever. The First Amendment says, Congress shall make no law establishing the rights of any religion or the free exercise thereof. Doesn't say anywhere in there that because I'm a religion, I don't have to pay taxes. Because I'm a religion, I can build my church anywhere I want, including the mosque at Ground Zero. Catholic Church at Ground Zero would not be welcome either. Did you understand that? There is no religious edifice whatsoever should be attuned to Ground Zero. That's sick. It's bad enough the Muslims, you think Muslims did that out of a religious thing. The hell is wrong with you? So you fight back with your Christian, the same type of crap? Where your Bible says things like, if your daughter isn't a virgin when she gets married, you're to go out and pick the correct stones with your neighbors, and in front of your house, stone her to death. If your brother comes to you and says, I'll not worship as you do, I don't believe the God you do, you're to take him out to the side, to the ends of the village, pick your stones, stone him to death, to let others know that evil does not abide in this village. What the hell kind of crap is that? And then you allow your freaking delusion to bring your children into it. Oh, yes, you did. What do you think circumcision is? Do you really think thousands of years ago they were thinking of health care? Excuse me? And why is it that that's only come up in the last 10, 20 years? This supposed cut down on STDs thing? Which it doesn't. Actually, whole men that have their jacket, their cover, are less susceptible to STDs and such because they have a cover. Circumcised man has an open urethra. Everything goes running right down there, rubs all over your jeans and everything. Tell me you don't. Ask a man with erectile dysfunction, I'll bet you he's circumcised. He is. I've asked. I know I'm saying all these little, making all these little anecdotes. They don't seem to correlate, but they do, in that our government is sanctioning these things. These are the things that our government sanctions. And they say there's, we have to have separation of church and state. It has to be. Our founding fathers even, they really were not Christians, Jews or anything. They really were basically just thinkers. And it was pretty scary to call yourself an unbeliever, an atheist. Okay, even like now, y'all think the atheists are devil worshippers. Now, why would someone who doesn't believe in myths and delusions and in God worship a devil? It's the same thing. It even comes from the same book. You just don't get that. And that's what bothers a lot of us. And then you all, our leaders, Obama, and his generals and everything, all want to get together and pray. What's wrong with you people? Obama, you need to grow a pair. And just tell these fools that you don't pray. Because if you do, I'm definitely not voting for you if you're rerunning it. No, I can't do it. I'm just tired of it. I want someone who's got a pair and who will actually speak their mind and be rational about it. Who wants to be led by a bunch of delusional schizophrenics? Not me. And then they want to invite a whole bunch of people to do the same thing. And even an astronaut who's intelligent enough to go, mumbling the whole time, probably grumbling. Why do they want to take me to that? Pricks. They were probably doing it on purpose. Even our astronauts believe in God. Excuse me? You notice he didn't say a word about your delusion. You notice that, Obama? Not a word. I just want you to stop. Stop putting church into our government. Stop talking about prayers this and prayer that. Kick the preacher out of the Congress. Take In God We Trust off of everything. We don't need that crap. It's just delusional. Look what's going on in Egypt. Do you really think they want actual democracy? Is that what you really do? You really think that's what's going to happen? The only leadership these people have are these imams. And it's going to be Islam. I guarantee it. So don't be stupid. Be real. Get a reality, Obama. Please get a reality. Michelle, wake him up. Shake him real hard. Stop with the prayer crap. And vacations. Yeah, okay, it's a critique on the president. Even though I'm an independent, I'm no longer a Democrat. I can't do it. You people have just ruined a good party. You've ruined us. You've made us sound and look just like the damn Republicans. You want just you want to kowtow to them and everything else. You actually allowed them to say that, to bring up the point and sue that insurance is unconstitutional. What's unconstitutional is forcing somebody to buy it. That I agree with. Totally. How that got into a Democrat's mind, I'll never know. Talking about control. Man, dude, I can't afford that. I'm on freaking Social Security. I have no legs. And only a few fingers. See? I wish you people could just sit back and live my life for a year. Just a few, DeFazio. No, DeFazio gets it. That's the guy. If he ran for president, bling, bling, bling. I'm telling you, he'd be a great president. DeFazio, get up off of that stuff and get to Washington. Get up off of that stuff and get in the Oval Office, please. I remember Rapper's Delight. I haven't got much else to say except one thing about, medical marijuana is. What cracks me up about it is there still, and always has been since the 60s, a federal medical marijuana program. Even though it's supposedly against the law, there is a federal medical marijuana program. And these guys get sent coffee cans of rolled joints. Yes, I have my card, and I needed to do this. With this, I've been able to cut my opiates. With this, I've been able to cut my antidepressants completely out. No more nightmares, no more weird dreams, no more thoughts of suicide. My blood pressure, it's normal. I haven't had to take any more of my medication. No more pills. Now, I would rather be addicted to an herb such as this than have to take all these damn opiates and such. If y'all can understand that and let us, make it so that it's readily available for us, then I don't get it. You're lost. You haven't paid attention. Read the science. Remember Obama? Read the science. Anyway, good night, everybody. Please stop the delusions. Just get rid of the priests and all that crap. And one more thing, the Westboro Baptist Church and their little pickets and all that, they're right. All they're doing is following the actual word of the Bible. Read it. Go ahead. I dare you. Is that why you're embarrassed? I think everybody needs to get down there and over-picket them. You get it? Over-demonstrate. Good night. I'm just an earthling. This is Portland.